Good afternoon. This is meteorologist Drew Lerner of World Weather Incorporated. And this is a little special update on the windstorm that's been plaguing portions of the country here over the past 24 hours. Yesterday, a low pressure center located over southern Alberta was intensifying very quickly. And overnight, it shifted from southern Alberta over to northern portions of Minnesota. And as it moved across that region, it intensified dramatically. And these are the wind speeds that were associated with that low pressure center. And this is the Pacific Northwest you're looking at. You can see the wind speeds were all over the board, but they were all high, running from no less than about 45 miles per hour to around 70 miles per hour. And there was even some local wind gusts that reached up to 80 miles per hour in the upper Snake River system, also in northern Oregon. And one location in northern Oregon reporting 92 miles per hour wind gusts. It's a very impressive event, to say the least. Now, as we look at some of the other areas nearby, we'll notice that there were certainly some other areas that were impacted pretty significantly. For instance, the northwestern U.S. plains. These were peak wind speeds that occurred up until midnight last night. You can see that most of Montana saw the speeds running often in the range of 65 to 85 miles, or we'll say 65 to 80 miles per hour. Some extreme gusts of 80 to 90. And you see that one location in northwestern parts of Montana up against the front range of the mountains where there was a 101 mile per hour wind gust. And even in Wyoming, we saw some strong winds occurring across parts of the region. And those winds extended into the western parts of South Dakota and far western North Dakota, even western Nebraska and northeastern Colorado by the time we got to midnight last night. So we're talking about a fourth of the country experiencing some incredibly strong winds. Now, it's one thing to have winds that are strong in a part of a state. It's another thing to have it occur over, such a large portion of the country. And the winds have continued during the course of the day today. These are the wind gusts that have occurred since midnight. And you can see that South Dakota and southern parts of North Dakota and down into Nebraska have been most significantly impacted. Again, the winds in the 60 to 90 mile per hour range, just an incredible event. And even into the central plains, we saw some of this as well. Now, the low pressure system is expected to weaken, and as it does, the winds are going to ease up this afternoon. It's very important for us to stay focused on the fact that the greatest wind is about over, but it's still going to be a hazardous afternoon for travel across the central parts of the country. And you can see here on this particular chart, which is the surface weather feature chart, you can see that that low pressure system now is over Lake Superior. And there's quite a bit of snow that's occurring across portions of western Ontario and some lighter snow back into eastern North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota. This system is going to move eastward as we go forward through the rest of the afternoon. There should be a band of rain and thunderstorms with some wet snow moving across the heart of the Midwest. In the meantime, there's another disturbance forming back in southern Alberta and southwestern Saskatchewan. This is a snapshot for dawn tomorrow morning. At that time, we're going to see some bitter cold temperatures occurring in the eastern parts of North Dakota, Minnesota, and northwestern Wisconsin. Temperatures in the negative teens and negative single digits will occur at that point. But that low pressure system coming in from portions of southwestern Canada's prairies will bring a warm front. And as that warm front comes into the Dakotas, it's going to generate snow. Snow will fall from eastern North Dakota into northwestern and some central sections of Minnesota, while the most significant snows will probably be in Manitoba and portions of eastern Saskatchewan. This system will also be followed by another punch of cold air, and this will occur as we go from Saturday night into Sunday. And you can see the cold air pouring down into the Midwest. This will be one of the last rounds of bitter cold that will likely occur. But we're also going to see some strong wind speeds with this system. Let me back up a frame or two here so you can see the strong narrowing of the space between the equal pressure lines here, and the closer they get together, the stronger the wind blows. So we're going to have another round of windy conditions in Canada tonight, going into tomorrow morning, and some of that's going to extend right down into the Dakotas once again. So some strong wind speeds are likely to occur there, as we're still dealing with wind behind the old low pressure system in portions of Ontario into the Great Lakes region. So a lot of windy conditions are still expected to continue. You'll notice here there's some strong winds occurring across the central plains again as we go into Friday afternoon, as we bring warmer air back into the middle of the country. Well, I'm going to stop here, but I wanted to just update you on the windstorm that has set some records across portions of the country, and it looks like it's going to spread those winds right into the Great Lakes region in Ontario as we go forward through the rest of the day today and into the night tonight, with a follow-up system in parts of Canada and the Northern Plains Friday into Saturday morning. This is meteorologist Drew Lerner.